Bertolucci. Dogs just finished their first day in shoulder pads, wrapping up the third day of camp. Here with me today is offensive coordinator Dave Schramm. Coach, welcome.
Thanks.
Well, you got a lot of positions to fill. You lost key players such as Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, many more. How are you going about filling those gaps?
Hard work. Guys got to earn their positions. We got a lot of competition right now, and it's good. That's what's going to make them better, by just going out and competing against each other and competing for their job. And yeah, we got a lot of holes to fill. But those guys are competing hard, and just through hard work, we'll be able to figure out who's going to fill those holes.
Well, you've been talking a lot about tempo, and I know you want a fast-paced offense. What are you working on to get the guys up to that speed?
Well, I mean, we have different tempos, so we have different tempos that we put in every single day. So, every day it's a different tempo, and if you're not up to speed, then you get left behind. And those guys know that, and especially the young guys, I think, are probably a little bit overwhelmed right now. But there's only one way, and that's to study and keep working hard and learn from the film. And if you can't go fast, then you're going to get left behind in this offense. So but we're just practicing. We have a great challenge every day going against our defense, and that's what's going to make us better.
I know it's only been 3 days, so what improvements have you seen from the quarterback so far?
Well, it is. It's only 3 days. Every day's been a different install, so, it's hard to make judgments based on, are we getting better at that certain route, because we really don't, at this point in time in camp, we're not really running the same things day after day after day like we would be during the season. So we're just trying to implement our schemes right now. They're working very hard. A thing that was positive the first day, which was not positive, we threw 5 interceptions. Yesterday we threw 2, and today we only threw 1. So there's a positive for you, not turning the ball over as much.
All right, well, like I mentioned, you have positions to fill, especially in that receiving group. What have you seen from those guys so far?
Well, a lot of talent. We have a lot of unproven talent. But now we got to just, get them right in terms of knowing their assignment, knowing how to line up, understanding what their job is, knowing little subtle things like, third down we did today, what's the down and distance, how far do I got to run my route, on third down, so I make sure I get the first down. Just those little types of things that, young players, tend not to think about. And so, we're getting those guys going. It's a really talented group. But we're also very, very young, and so we just got to try to get them as many reps as we can to get them ready for the first game.
What's the main focus in the upcoming days?
Well, get better. Get better. We're just in shoulder pads and helmets for the first time, so even today we're not really playing football. We're not in full gear. Guys aren't tackling them. Guys aren't running. So there's a physicality that happens in this game that we're not at yet. And so the game changes when the physical things start to happen. And so, we'll just keep learning our assignments and get better every day. And when we put the pads on, we'll have a much better opportunity to evaluate those guys and, see who are ready to play football and who aren't.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Coach.
Anytime.
Well, be sure to check back to Dog Vision for updates, highlights, and interviews for all of football camp. I'm Jillian Bertolucci.